down here, or Interstellar, if you read my blog. I got requests from actually quite a few people who read my blog and asking how they can start their own, um, especially some people who go into university and want to start a kind of journal thing, or other people who just want to know how to start a blog and want to do it through WordPress, but it can be quite confusing. Although WordPress does have, it's very simple. Um, it can be confusing sometimes, and this is just a quick walkthrough of how you can set one up. Pretty simply, really. And of course, this is the way I'm setting up. I'm going to go through all the options and stuff because everyone has their own unique taste, their blog. So I'm just going to show you what you can do and how you do it, really. So when you create a blog, or as I'm doing, just creating a new one for the purposes of this tutorial, you choose a blog address to start with. So I'm going to just do tutorial 16789 because I'm going to delete the domain anyway because I'm not going to use this blog at all. Now it says .wordpress.com. That will come up there as tutorial 17689.wordpress.com. Now you can remove the .wordpress.com, but it will cost money. Now last year on my Dan at SMC blog I had it to .com, dan@smc.com, and it cost, it's reasonable. It's about £12 for a year subscription, and on top of the upgrade you get the domain name, and you also get your blog ad free. If you see blogs on your ads on your blog, you can remove those by paying for the upgrade. It depends how serious you want your blog to be. I mean, you're not at any disadvantage if you leave .wordpress.com on your name, but you do get more sort of you do get more viewers that way, and also it looks more personalized and professional, I suppose, without having the .wordpress tags on there. And also ad free is always nice. But of course, it's up to you whether you want to part money or not for your blog. It's completely personal preference. And then you name your blog. This will be the title. So that's your domain name, and the title will come up on your blog. So for example, if I just go to one of mine right here, that's your title up there. It will come up saying whatever you put up there. So, and this you can change this anytime, as it says this is not permanent. So you can say, let's say tutorial video. Okay, and then of course you can change it anytime. So whatever you want to name your blog. So interstellar.wordpress.com is my domain, but my title for the blog itself is Divide and Conquer. Privacy. Now this is something. It's also again down to personal preference. Now you can have your blog to be set to viewable for everyone, viewable by everyone, but it will block search engines or private. Now, if you're doing a sort of personal blog for, just really for like friends or family to look at, then, private I think is the best way to go for that, because then you can approve whoever applies to read your blog. So if you're really looking for a very private kind of blog where you don't want other people looking into it, then it's very simple to do that. You just choose private, and only users you choose will be able to see your blog. Visitors from WordPress.com will be able to see your blog if they find it on the WordPress website. If you put it at this option, viewable by everyone but block search engines, which means that it won't come up on Google searches, or any posts you make won't come up on Google searches or other search engines, for example. It means that it will come up on the WordPress.com site, but it won't come up anywhere else. And viewable by everyone means it's on the internet pretty much. This one is, if you want to get a reader base other than friends and family, I'd recommend this option, because sometimes your posts do make it onto Google, quite maybe on the front page of Google searches and stuff, and your article might attract a lot of attention, which in turn attracts a lot of viewers for your blog. What language you'll be blogging in depends on your language. I'm going to go English. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now here's the upgrade stuff. Yeah, so basically you can buy the upgrade package, which is basically a really good package with no ads. You get more space to upload media or images. You have your own domain name and mapping. Um, Custom design means you can change your fonts and your color schemes. You can change anything about your blog really. Um, for $99 a year for all of it. Or if you don't want to pay that, if you don't see, you don't want the video, you don't want the 10 GB space upgrade, you can just click on the individual ones, and well, it doesn't work there, but you can buy upgrades separately. So no ads is about £10, and a domain name is about, like I said above, about £12. So all in all, it's about 20 plus quid if you want a domain name and it's ad free. It's up to you again. I mean, you can decide that, or you can just create the free one if you're not wanting to part with any money for it. Okay, so there you go. It's yours. Now you want to visit your dashboard. Okay, so the first thing, this is the dashboard. This is where you can monitor all your stats. You can see what's going off, who's been commenting, the blogs you've posted, recent comments. Stats will come up here now and then. Quick press if you want to just post something real quick. If you go up to here and you right click and click open a new tab, you'll see your blog as it is right now. So it's got the basic default background, it's got the defaults sort of welcome to WordPress post. It's everyone will probably see this like this at the beginning. Now, here's what you're going to start to do. Okay, this is I like to take this systematically. So we're going to start with going to the appearance tab over here, and we're going to go to themes. Now here's the themes. Now you can choose your themes here. You can buy themes if you want. They are expensive to a degree. I mean, it depends. If you're looking for a very serious book, if you're like a photographer or you run a business or something, and you need to wow people, then purchasing one might be your prerogative. But if you're just looking for free free things, then there's lots of free things, free themes as well. I'd say, but I mean, and again, this is all personal preference, but I'd say keeping your blog simple is quite a good thing. Not having it too cluttered with too much stuff. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it is about the content as much as anything. So you're gonna choose a nice. I'm just gonna try and find one here, which isn't too. Okay, yes, I'm gonna just go. And also, this is the thing: you can live preview each of these, so you can click on it, and it will sort of generate a preview of what you're looking at. So you can change the tagline and stuff real time. So tutorial video. Um, this is a tutorial. You know, um, that kind of thing. So it's really good for that. God, I don't know. Well, I'm just going to use Oxygen because it's the one my blog uses it, and I'm familiar with Oxygen and how it works. So we're just going to activate that. So you can click details to see more about it, and if you want to use that on your blog, then you're going to click activate. Right. So if you go back to your other tab where you're there you go. See it's changed now. So it should bring you back to the theme scene, and this should be highlighted in blue. It shows that this is the blog you currently the theme you currently have active on your blog. So you're going to click customize. Now this is where you can change some things. It will be different for every theme. Some themes will have lots of options down here. Some will just have just a few. So I'm going to change my tagline. This is the site title, which again you can change now. So tutorial, I'll keep it as it was actually. Okay, and that will all update. You can change your colors. If you don't want it to be that color, you can so you can really mess about with it the way you want it. I'm gonna just keep it nice and clear and white. You can change colors, you see. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, so yeah, you can mess around with it. You can spend time doing it. It's, you know, you want your blog to look good, so you know I'm not gonna spend too long doing it. You can choose a background image if you want. So if you want like a, you know, a background image in the background, then you can. If you're doing that, I'd recommend you use quite a large image size. So you know, maybe 1920 by 1080 kind of size. You know, so the size of your monitor pretty much, if you can, because that means you won't get tiling behind, so you get just one solid picture. But then again, it's up to you. That's my personal preference. I like just having one background and not tiles of background. You know, it just looks cleaner in my opinion. Static front page, yes. Up to you again, these options. A static page means um, it's sort of, it doesn't go up and down. It doesn't scroll up and down. It's very, it just displays all a post and that's it. Your latest post is sort of, you know, it will display posts in order. Ooh, I just pressed cancel. Oh dear, silly me. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Custom design. Now this is what I'm talking about when it comes to upgrading. If you pay for the upgrade for custom design, you can change the fonts to whatever you want. It can be extremely personal. You can you know, like, you can mess around. This is just previews. I mean, there are thousands of, you know, fonts and stuff, and you can change colors, and you know, you can really mess about with this sort of coding if you're into that, if you're a web designer and stuff. So if you want to do that, then you can. You know, that's down to you at the end of the day. So theme options. This is quite an important one. You can choose the fonts as well here. You can see basic font size. So if you know your readers, if you want readers to be able to read it, if they're like an older audience, I'm saying, or something, then you can change the font here. Link colors, yeah, that means when you link something, it'll come up with that kind of color. Or you can change it to like red or white to make sure no one can see it or something. I don't know. So finally, well, if you look on this list, basically we've gone through theme options, themes, custom design, background. So menus, you don't really know it's about need to know about menus just yet. We'll probably get back to that when we sort of, yeah, we'll come back to that. You don't need to know about it just yet. Right. You can change your header here, so if you want to put a custom header up where your title is, maybe in the form of an image, then you can. It will tell you the exact pixels. So if you have a video editing software, not video editing, sort of Photoshop or other image editing software, you can add a personalized header, and you can change the text and the color here. Again, the background. This is more background. It's very self-explanatory, this page anyway. I don't think you need much help with that. Mobile theme, yeah. If you want to be on mobile, then just click that enable and it will do it. Okay, so we'll see where we're at right now. Okay, so we're still there. Now here's a big one, widgets. Now this is where you can really get creative. Now originally on the side you'll have sort of the blog roll, the search, the meter, bits of stuff you might not really want. So this is what I usually do. Okay, I usually just remove everything off the sidebar. Just remove it all, because you don't need it on. You want to start fresh. So as you can see on this particular theme, they have different areas. So primary sidebar would be the sidebar on the left, secondary with sidebar on the right over here, and footers would be sort of down here somewhere. So you can go through each of these widgets and see what they do. So it will tell you an explanation, and if you want to try out that widget, so for example, let's yeah, let's say you want to put your Gravitar image on it. Then you see you can go through this all, and it will tell you step by step how to do it. And you just click save, and that will appear on your thingy, on your blog. So let's see. If I put something like authors on, no, authors. Never mind. If I put, let's find something. If I put image. So let's say on my primary sidebar, I want an image just there. So I could put image URL. So let's just type in smiley face. That's a nice one, isn't it? So copy image URL, or you can upload your own one. You can put image title if you want, or caption, lol. Save, and it should save. Now, if you want to check this, like again, you can right-click on tutorial video or the title of your blog, right-click and open a new tab. And I already have mine open, but I'll just do it again. And there you go. That's an image at that side now. So I don't really like that caption that's coming out. It looks nice without the caption. There you go. Looks pretty funky actually. So got your image there. You don't really want to neglect the right hand side, so you want to put something in the secondary sidebar. So I like to put on sort of where is it? The calendar. The calendar is a good thing to have because oh, I spelled that wrong. Forgive me. What it does is, it's quite ingenious. I mean, not only is it a calendar, but every time you display a post, it will highlight on the day you posted, and it will give you a list of posts that you posted on that particular day. So, for example, this is the starter post we have, and as you can see, Hello World will come up on that, and you can click it, and it will take you to that. Okay. So I want to have a follow button because I want people to follow my blog, for example, or so I can give them email updates. To do that, you where is it gone? Follow blog. You put that here. I want to have that on my primary bar underneath that. So yeah, you can alternate all these to how you wish. Follow button text. Yep. Show total number of followers if you want to. Yep. So you know it's all there. You'll be able to read that when you actually come to do it yourself. So if you click refresh, that should come up like that. You see, it's just about taking your time and doing it the way you want to do it. If you have a Facebook or something and you want to link that, you can, there's a Facebook link here somewhere, or your Twitter link where you type in your Twitter URL and then it will come up on the side as a feed. I like to have where is it? It's somewhere around here. Somewhere. Ah. Dun 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 dun. It's not here anymore. I'm just missing it completely. Blog stats. There you go. So it'll tell you how many hits you have. That's a good thing to have if you're wondering. So again, if you just click that again, and it should come up. There you go. So you can mess about with the widgets, and you know you can mix and match. You can also download widgets from third parties for your blog as well. But always be careful doing that, and make sure it's safe and everything. Now we're going to we're going to go to users now. Now users, this is a different kind of thing. If you want your blog to be accessible to more than just yourself, so for example, if you want a blog that you can share with, like, I don't know, friends who can post articles or entries, then this is the page you come to. It's users. You can invite new users through email. You know, and you have stuff like administrator, which means they have total control of your blog. They have the dashboard, so you have to be very careful who you give that out to. Editor, author, contributor, etc. You can go through that. So if you want a friend, or if you have a buddy who you want to share a blog with, like a dual blog, then you do that. You invite them and you put them as editor, I wouldn't put them as administrator. If you create the blog, I'd retain the role of administrator and just give them editor, because that will give them all they need to write the co-articles with you. Okay, personal settings. Now this is something you will need to use in this tab. So in the user tab, personal settings is probably the most important of all the things you can click. It's basically personal settings for you. So for you, the administrator. So surprise me from I've never clicked that. I'm not going to. Instant post feedback. Check it if you want. Admin color scheme. It's grey. I quite like the grey. You can change it to blue. That means this bar will go blue and stuff. Enable geotagging. If you want, you know, to know people know in the world where you've been posting or where you've posted from or where you live, or you know, I don't know how explicit you want to go into that. You could probably just pinpoint exactly where you live and tell the whole world. It's up to you. So I leave mine turned off really, because you know, you never know. Enable keyboard shortcuts. There's more information on that if you want to. I don't really bother with it. Twitter API. This is good because it means that every time you sort of post on every time you sort of post a blog or something or make a change to your blog, it will tell people on Twitter, and there'll be more of that in a second, in a bit even. In language, primary blog. So if you have multiple blogs like I do, you can choose which one's your primary one, which means people, if you comment on other people's blogs, your profile will come up, and when they click on you, they'll go to your primary blog. So Interstellar is my primary blog. This is sort of my tutorial blog, so it's not my primary blog. You can automatically proofread content when you post it. Proofreading, basically, it's like Word. If you make something wrong, it just goes over it and double checks. So you can do that, you know, do it automatically for you if you want. The more proofreading options here, language, any ignored phrases that you know, that you, for example, like let's see what I got here. I have KFC, which always got, you know, red flagged on mine. You can just add it to the list. You know, account details and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty important. On to tools next. You don't really need to go into tools that much. I mean, the most important thing about tools is if you had enough, just delete the blog. Settings. Now this is where it gets a bit technical. So settings. This is general. You got, you know, your title. Again, you can change that. Your tagline, is that not changed? Yeah, we're going to change that to this is a great tutorial. Your email address, your time zone, what kind of time that you want. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. It's personal preference. Again, when does your week start? Yeah. Your blog picture icon. Now this is important. You see this little W here? That means that's your blog title right there. As you see on my one, in Divide and Conquer on Interstellar, I have my picture there. It comes up on the tab, and that is what this image is basically. It's like the image for your blog. So yeah, you can upload an image for that, and it will change that. So that will change the tab, and you know, it won't have a WordPress sign on it. So save changes. Writing. Okay, so this is your writing settings. Again, it's all very personal to you. So converting emoticons, I usually leave that on or off. I mean, if you're, depends on what type of blog you're writing. If you're writing quite a serious blog, you probably don't want to use emoticons anyway. If you're just a casual blog for friends and stuff, then yeah, you can turn emoticons on, that kind of thing. Default post category, we haven't gotten to that yet, so we won't do that just yet. Size of the post box, you know, up to you. On to reading. Now, this is interesting. Okay, front page displays your latest post. I'd always keep it on that if I were you, but you can put it on a static page if you want. But pages are static, as in they don't update. Once you update the page, you have to sort of re-update it. I mean, you post, and it comes up as a feed. So I'd leave it on that. How many posts you want to see on your front page? Right now, I've only got 3 on Interstellar, but they come up like that. So I'll have about 10 on there by the time I've posted 10 blogs. So 10, I keep it in 10. I have infinite scroll on, so that even if you get to the bottom of that, you can keep scrolling down through all the blogs if it gets to that stage. Enhanced feeds, that's when you post an article and it will have these things along the side, sort of comment counts, sharing, tags, categories. Follower settings. Okay, this is important. This is for people who want to click your button. So my follow button is called a list. Now, for logged out users, it says show a follow button, which means if you don't have a WordPress account but you stumble across this blog, you can still follow without having to have an account, which I think is very important if you want followers. Now, this is the email text they will get from you personally when they click follow. They will get an email, and this you can put in here your personal message to them. So we'll say, hi, thank you very much for following my pointless tutorial blog. Unfortunately, can't spell. It is about to be deleted. So, for example, and you just put it down there because that's for that's email text followers and comment followers and stuff like that. So you can personalize that message how you want. We'll just save those changes. On to discussions. This is again more settings. Attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article. Yeah, if you want. Allow link notifications to other blogs. Yep. Allow people to post comments on your articles. Yep. Now here's the comment settings. Now, if you don't want people to comment on your blog just willy-nilly, and you want to approve or moderate stuff in case people use bad language or something you find offensive, then you can ask the you can have comment users have to fill out their name and email, or have to before a comment appears, an administrator must always approve the comment, or comment must be approved beforehand, that kind of thing. It's just for privacy issues, if you don't want people just posting, then you can do that. Also, if you're worried about spam comments, the WordPress deals with it. On my old blog, I used to have about 5,000 spam comments, but they were all dealt with by Askimet, so you don't have to worry about that. If you do find weirdos or spammers, you can add them to the comment blacklist using the email or IP, and they won't be able to post again. Show follow comments, follow blog, yep. So, if when someone comments on your blog, you want them to display an avatar of them, then yep, you can do that. Or if not, you can just display their names. Avatar hover cards. It means that, like this, if someone comments, the text will all be here, and then if you hover over them, you'll be able to visit their avatar profile and see more about them. That's your rating for your blog. Yeah, it just depends on the nature of your blog, really. And for people who are anonymous and don't have an account but just want to comment, then you can choose the little logo for them for what they will come up looking as. So, and also your comment button. So I'll say, what do you think? Save. See how it's looking so far. Yeah. Okay, media. This is all personal preference. You can go through this, read it, adjust how you want it. I'm not going to go through it just now. Privacy, again, allow search engines to index the site. I always have this on, but then again, you can change it. Personal preference. Sharing. This is where it gets big. Most people want a blog for people to read. You rarely blog just to blog for the sake of blogging for yourself. That's no fun. You want to know people are reading. Now, WordPress makes it easy to share. your blog across every medium of social networking. So for Facebook, you ought click connect to Facebook. And what it will do is it will take you to your Facebook, and it will say you want to share this on on your wall, on a page wall, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to disconnect from Facebook because I'm not actually using this blog to update anything. The same with Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr. So it's just a click really, and then you're going to connect to your respective social websites. And every time you post something, it will go to those sites, and it will be posted there. Now, sharing buttons usually will appear at the bottom of each of your posts. For example, if you go down here, show buttons on front page, archive, such as posts, pages, and media. You can click those as you wish. Basically, when someone gets to the bottom of your post, they can click, press this, Twitter this, Facebook. Now, there's some up here which are not available, have not been enabled yet. So I want people on Tumblr to be able to share it on Tumblr. I want people to be able to Google Plus it, and I want people to be able to email it to someone. So there. This is what it looks like. This is what it will look like on the bottom of your post. You can change it to just icons, text only, or the official buttons like that. It's up to you. It's personal preference again, and you know, your label like share this or something. Open links and same on new window. I'd say new window because people don't like having to go back, I suppose. WordPress likes, yep. Save changes. So yeah, you see, look, if you go into our post now, it will say down here, share this, yeah, and all your stuff come down here, and there'll be a like at the bottom. Okay, polls. I don't really use polls that much. Can't really tell you much about it. All I know is you need to have a Poll.daddy account, which is a separate website you have to sign up for. I've never really done this much before, so it's pretty self-explanatory, really. But I'm not gonna go through it because I don't really know much about it, really. Ratings. You can enable ratings for posts, pages, and comments, which means people be able to like thumbs up or thumbs down your article. It's up to you. That can be through a star system or a thumbs up, thumb down system. All you have to do is enable it if you want it. Email post changes. Again, personal stuff, personal preferences. Text messaging, nah. Don't really need to know about that. Okay, so basically we've done the settings now, so we are pretty much set up. I mean, when you're doing it, you'll spend time, working out what you want to do. So I'm just going to go real quick and show you about posts and stuff. So I'm going to add a new post. So this is what your post will look like. Now, you can enter a title, test 1, 2, 3. Now, here's what's going to happen. Now, WordPress saves it, auto-saves it, like every time you write something down, so you don't have to worry about losing anything if you do, because it will always save as a draft. You have here your bold, hello, pretty self-explanatory. Your italics. You can use the hotkeys on your keyboard, so Control I. Oh, Control I is italics, like you would use in Word. So it's all pretty self-explanatory. And then you have your quote here, which is, hello, is it me you're looking for? You have all your formatting. Now at the end of every post, I recommend you use the proofreading tool, which is this. It will proofread it. Any errors you get wrong, it will highlight. Like that. Yeah, I made an obvious mistake there. I'm sorry, it is quite late at night. If you want to use more code, you can, use text, which is basically it's stripped bare. So you can, if you a codey kind of person or programmer, you can do some crazy stuff with that. But if you're just gonna write, you can just type away, and people will love this blog, and it's the best thing ever. So, show likes and shares. I always keep those on just because it's more interactive. Categories define what kind of blog you have. You might have sort of if you add a new category, you can call it fun, or maybe you have a category for adventures that you've had, or a comedy. So, but this one's a tutorial, isn't it? It's a tutorial category. We're going to get a category for tutorial. So, tags are important because when people on WordPress are searching for other people's blogs to read, tags will come up. If you use a certain tag, so for example, if there are people type in looking for tutorials, so we'll put in tutorial, how to WordPress blog beginners. When people type in those keywords in the WordPress search, your blog could come up and people could read it, and then that it just rolls on from there. Okay, and also try not to use an overkill of tags, because the less tags you, the more it gets spread about, really, because it just focuses them on tags. Now, setting a featured image. I think it's quite important aesthetically. Here, there would be an image if you set a featured image. So, for example, this is your featured image. Now, you select a file from somewhere. So, for example, we go here, we just select one I made earlier. It will upload it. You have like 10 gig of space. It's ridiculous. You won't use it all up. Your title, just leave it as is. It doesn't appear. Any captions or descriptions you want. Link a URL maybe. Your alignments, I'd say full size because it's quite a small image, my one. Now, use as featured image. Make sure you click that because that means it will come up. Also in your feeds for Facebook and stuff, it will come up with that image next to it. And insert into post. Actually, I'm not going to insert it there. I'm just moving this down a bit. Hang on. I'm going to do that again real quick. My apologies. So it'll be uploaded into your gallery now anyway, so it'll be quicker to do. Use as featured image, insert into post. There you go. Now you can preview by clicking the preview button, and it will show you what it will look like. There you go. So you have a title header thing here. So if you go to your front page, there you go. That's your article up there, and it should come up. It should theoretically come up with your image. It's not doing that right now. We'll see how. I have to post it first. I don't know. But like for example, on mine, you put in sort of a featured image up there, and when you go to the homepage of your blog, it's sort of looks prettier. To be honest, it looks nice, and it's nice to have it like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and publish that. So we go to our front page now. There you go. There's the article. You see, and you can have it so that it only shows your latest post. But I think having articles is nice. It means people can find other articles quite easily. But then again, it's different for every theme. You're gonna have to experiment with your own blog. You have to spend some time, working it out. It's quite exciting. It's also a bit paid, but you'll get the result you're happy with in the end. Media. Let me just go through. Is there anything else here I need to go over? Pages. Now, pages. This is also very personal preference. You can add pages. So, for example, on my Nutella blog, I have about archaeology, sci-fi, transhumanism. So, on my about page, I have sort of about me, a little bit about me, that kind of thing. You can have those at the top of yours if you want. It's up to you. You can have anything you want on your pages, really. So if you're about page, all you have to do is edit it. You click the edit button, and you can edit a page. Conversely, if you want to add another page, simply go to this part and says add new and add a new page, and there you go. You'll have a new page. Enter a title, and it will come up. So test 1 2 3. Publish that. There you go. Test 1 2 3. Another page that's come up. Of course, you just spend some time doing this. It's all down to you. So, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, there's not much else I can show you, really, that you want to start to experience yourself when you get a blog. It's just the basics, I think. it's just a basic walkthrough. Like I said, it is very personal. It just comes down to what you want, how you want it. You're gonna craft your own blog. If you're extremely creative, you could use code. You could be on it for hours on Photoshop or something, molding your own theme if you want. Or you could just spend some time just getting the right theme and just getting it set up nicely. And people just want to start writing straight away. It's up to you. But I hope that kind of just helped out a little bit, clarified the settings as we went through bit by bit. I'd recommend WordPress just because it's just an easy way to use things. Um, you know, the dashboard is great. I mean, I'll show you Interstellar dashboard right now. It has all your posts, your stuff, what what's going off in the WordPress community, your stats for your blog. It's just great. It's also free, and the upgrades I think are very reasonable for what you get if you want to splash out for the upgrades. But all in all, yeah. Um, I hope that tutorial helped you guys out a bit. Certainly, the people who requested it, at least. If you have any questions, you can just ask me. I mean, I'm not claiming to be the biggest expert. I'm just someone who just made one, and I know it can seem a little bit confusing, so I hope that cleared that up a little bit. Thank you for watching. Read my blog if you want. It's interstellar.wordpress.com. I'm gonna get that changed soon to interstellar.com. As soon as I get around to paying for the fees. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this helped out anyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.